the top, and my thing's telling you it's being recorded. But you can leave a little bit of that plastic at the top so you don't get like glue hanging out the edge of your nail if you have super short nails. Now the key with the press-ons, and they are so freaking easy and they last. Like I wore the press-ons for the first, I don't know, 9 months at least of using Kleo, and I just barely started doing more and more of the LEDs, and they do not pop off. I've had so many people tell me too that these were the only press-ons they've ever been able to use. And you guys know I'm crazy and I'm hard on my hands. These suckers last. I have women that are gardeners, hairdressers, food service workers, mechanics, nurses, like any of the hardest jobs that you can think of that use your hands. I have people that are using these nails. Let me just let Nicole in. And so anyways, when you're putting them on, all you do is peel off that tab. Here's a couple like really important tips. Hi, Nicole. You don't want to just lay it flat on your nail. What you do is come in at a 45-degree angle and you hug it under your cuticle. So if you can kind of see, you just kind of like push it almost so it's like under your cuticle and then press it and hold it for 30 seconds and you're good to go. Over the next couple of days, I do recommend pressing them, like going like through your nails, once or twice a day over like the first 2 days, because they are pressure activated. And also I like to use a glass tipped cuticle pusher. I got this off Amazon. I can send you guys my favorite nail stuff that I get on Amazon if you want, but I love this. Because what I can do, and I'll show you guys when I'm doing my nails, but I can like kind of get under my cuticle and then create a little pocket for that press on to like go under. And then that way it holds really snug. You don't get any hair snags or anything like that. And I was going to say something else about this, but I don't know, lost my train of thought with that. And then they do have like a little bit of a flex in them too, but that's actually a good thing because they're not so rigid that if you bang your nail on a door or whatever, they don't just pop off. Like they stay on. I hit my hand with dropped a 45-pound plate when I was like putting it back on the little thing at the gym. I thought for sure my nail was going to be broke or popped off. It was not. It was perfect. I have accidentally soaked them in mineral spirits. Thought they were going to be ruined. They were perfect. I moved with press-ons on, long ones too, coffins. Had no problems at all. So they're pretty incredible and amazing. Oh, and the cool thing about the press-ons too is that you don't see grow out. They keep like kind of pushing into your cuticle and you never see grow out, which is rad. So they last at least 10 days. I have plenty of gals that wear them much longer than that. But they're recommended for 10 days. So now I'm going to show you guys the LEDs, and I'm going to put on an LED set tonight. Maybe one of these next times I'll do a press on so you guys can see that whole process too. But the LEDs come in this resealable pouch, which is awesome because you can save your leftovers. Hold on. I just got a tooth pulled and I felt like I had like food in it. Okay, sorry, that was gross. I got a tooth pulled all the way here in the back. Okay, so the press-ons, and the LEDs, or the press-ons and the LEDs come with this little pouch too. You get a nail file, the alcohol pad, cuticle stick, which hang on to that cuticle stick because it's really handy for getting the nails off, which you're going to see next. But the LEDs come with 32 nails, so plenty of leftovers, my friends. And then when you're done with your leftovers, just put them back in this pouch. They're good for at least a year. No freezing. No like sealing it with a flat iron, like we had to do with Color Street. Like none of that. They just go right back in the pouch. That's it. Okay? Okay. So I'm going to show you guys how to get them off. But real quick, first, I just want to show you our other nail care products that we have. So we have one called Do the Night. this is an oil-based product that is like a between manicure product. So you don't want to use it when you have Kleo on, because Kleo doesn't really like oils. So it's like between mani. Intense hydration for your nails. So if you have super dry nails, you're going to want that. Then we have Rock Solid. This is a paint on, like it dries onto your nails like a coat. So it's like a nail strengthener. It's got like diamond particles in it, vitamin E, really good stuff. But this also has to come off before you put on Kleo. And then we have H2 Glow. Mine's like literally barely anything left in there because I use it religiously every day. This you can use with your Kleo. So it's like a cuticle treatment. You can put it on, rub it on your nails, whether you have Kleo on or not. And then I'm going to show you guys Prime Suspect today. I'm going to put this on first. I love this product. I would say if you were going to get any of them, my two faves, like if you had to pick, my two faves are these two, the H2 Glow for cuticle treatment and the Prime Suspect. Why I love Prime Suspect is it's got hydration in it, nail strengthening, biotin. So it helps your nails get thicker, stronger, longer, grow better, all the things, but it also helps your nails like last even better. So I absolutely love it. I'm going to put it on and show that to you guys today. And then of course our Easy Remover, and I'm going to show that to you guys right now. So you can get all of those, by the way, in a bundle if you wanted to, or you can just always add them onto your cart. But let me show you guys how to actually remove. So I only have 2 nails left that I didn't take off. You guys can see the nails that I did take off like look fabulous. They look amazing, super healthy. I mean, I'll get in close there. I have nothing on my nails. There's no coat of anything. There's no flaking, nothing. They are so healthy. Like my nails have never been this healthy ever. So this Easy Remover is $8 on the website, or I'm going to show you guys some bundle options where you can get everything you need all in one kit. But this tiny little bottle literally lasts at least 6 months, and I do my nails every week. So don't be worried that it seems like a small bottle, because a little goes a long way, and it's oil-based. So it also doesn't wreck your nails. And the same, you're going to use the same removal process for the press-ons as I do with these LEDs. Where did my little cuticle stick go? I just had a cuticle stick here. I'll just use this one. So I just add a little bit around the edges of my nails, and then I come in here and I kind of like start separating that seal, because it's still like totally sealed. By the way, I put these nails on last Sunday for a different Mani Zoom that I did. So these have been on a whole week. And I actually want you to see, there's like, you might not be able to see now, but there's no cracking at all. You know how Color Street cracked? I know, you know. No cracking, no wearing away at the tips, like literally no wear and tear. They still look beautiful, right? And I went skiing today. I wore ski gloves all day long, doing dishes all week long, all the things. Okay, so I kind of just like break that seal open a little bit. And then I use this stick to kind of keep it pried open just a little bit. You don't want to peel them off, or you're going to damage your nails, and it's going to peel away layers of your nails too. So in that little space there, I just added another little drop. And then what I do is I just kind of start working it. You can see right away it starts like working and doing its magic to get that nail off. And then I just kind of keep on wiggling it until I feel a little bit more like pressure, like it's not quite getting through. And then I just add another drop in that little space. So usually I find that it just takes 3 drops, but if it's not just coming off super easy, just add another drop. I used to be like impatient and would just like peel them off or tear them off. But it was like damaging my nails. So right there, boom. See, it just should, that's what it should do. It should just like come right off really nice and easy. You shouldn't have to like pry it off. You can see my nail now. Perfect. right? Except for my cuticles, because y'all know I'm a cuticle picker. But I'm trying really hard to stop that. Okay, so this other one, I'm gonna do the same thing. I already added a little bit around the edges, so now I'm just kind of like going around the edges and like breaking that seal. And this doesn't hurt or anything, by the way. And you guys are welcome to unmute and ask any questions that you want. But I just do the same thing. And I like to just do one nail at a time when I'm doing this. Just add my drop, wiggle it in until it's not really moving that much anymore. And then add another drop in there. And the bottle of remover comes with a whole bunch of little small cuticle sticks that are really actually handy too. And then see, comes right off. And then I just wipe it off, wipe off the excess stuff that might be on my nail. So I always like to check and make sure like everything came off. There's no adhesive sticking on there. Look how good they look, guys. For real. My nails, I've had to actually file some of these other ones down too. Okay. Then what I'm going to do, normally I would go to the sink, but I have a little bowl of soapy water and a nail brush that I got off Amazon, and I just scrub it with dish soap, and I get underneath and all along the cuticle and all the spots. I already did it to my other nails, so I'm not going to really work my other nails quite as much, but I'll do it just to be sure I don't have any oils on there from like the remover or whatever. Just like so. And then wipe them off. And the press-ons, exactly the same method. The only difference is with the press-ons, you're going to have a little more of the adhesive stuck on your nails because that adhesive is pretty thick. So what I do with the press-ons is I just add another drop of the remover to each nail and I rub it in like this, and then I wipe it off with a paper towel. Okay. Now I'm coming in with the prime suspect. So this stuff dries really super fast. And I don't know if I mentioned it has velvet powder in it, and biotin and vitamin E. So it's really good for your nails. It helps these nails just adhere really, really well. So it helps to like not have hair snags, not have them like lift and stuff like that. But it's not required or anything. But I definitely do recommend it, especially with the press-ons, because the press-ons, because of their glueless technology and that flexible adhesive, one complaint I hear sometimes the first time people are using the press-ons is the wiggle. They have a little bit of a wiggle where you can feel the nail kind of like moving around a little. It doesn't come off, but that kind of bugs some people. And so this prime suspect helps it to not have that same wiggle. So it really keeps them from moving. So I just paint it on here. I make sure that I'm getting all along the edges and like at my cuticle also. And then it dries super fast good thing because I have no patience. So it dries kind of to like a matte-like finish. You can see my thumb is almost all the way dry. I'm going to blow out in a little. Okay. Now, while that's drying the rest of the way, I'll just show you guys couple of my other favorite tools. We have these nail files on the website for $2 each. I love these nail files, and I'm going to get my heating pad going with my nails here so my nails can warm up. And then I have a rubber tipped cuticle pusher. This is super handy for like smoothing it down. I also like this one too because it has like a little cuticle cutter thingy. I got this off Amazon. I have all my Amazon finds on a list, by the way, if you guys want it. And then our curved scissors for the LEDs. These are awesome. Again, you can get them in a kit with everything that you need for a really good price. But I do love these curved scissors. When I first joined Kleo, we didn't have these scissors, and I tried buying some off Amazon and they did not work the same. I don't know what it is about these ones, but these Kleo ones are really, really good. You'll see how easy they make it to like trim off my excess. And then I have like a cuticle cutter. Like I already cleaned up my cuticles. I already pushed back my cuticles and everything, so I'm not worried about it. But this is handy if you're like me and you have crazy cuticles, because my cuticles are always a mess, you guys. That's why I pick at them so bad. Okay. Even when I leave them alone, they're like a mess. They take a lot of work. All right. So I have a heating pad here. I like to use the heating pad with my LEDs just because it makes them a little stretchier. And then I'm gonna like cover my LEDs with stuff because I have an LED light overhead and I don't want them to cure any more than I want them to, right? So, oh wait, I need another plain cuticle stick. Okay. And then I like to have a cuticle stick to peel them off of this little thing. Okay. So this is all dry. All right. So now when you get your LEDs, you'll see here, there's like a little arrow and it says cuticle line on the side. So this side is the side on both edges that is meant to go against your cuticle. And the reason that's important is this side of the strip is actually a little thinner. So it lays really nice and flat at your cuticle so you don't get like hair snags and stuff. So it has a little protective like film here that I'm just gonna peel off. And pro tip, stick this onto your little envelope here because you want to be able to put it back onto your leftovers. And it's kind of sticky. And I learned my lesson, stick it on there because otherwise when you file your nails and stuff and hair and everything will stick to it. So stick it on there to keep it nice. Okay. And then I know my sizes already, but this nice thing is that this is clear. So you can kind of roll it over your nail to see, like, make sure it covers both edges. Okay. And then I'm just going to double check and make sure. Yeah, that's the one. I was like, I know that's the one, but I don't know why I started second guessing myself. Okay. And then I'm just going to kind of keep that covered when I'm working here. So I like to use the stick to peel it off there just so I don't have to touch the back. And then just like we did with Color Street, you're going to kind of put it on, but all I'm going to do is tap it at the bottom. And then I'm going to look at the sides to kind of stretch it to the side if I need to stretch. Now this side, you can see it's trying to form a wrinkle. So I'm going to kind of lift it and stretch it all the way. And then I stretch it kind of down and around the nail. So these are way thicker than Color Street was. So they're not going to tear in half or anything like that. And they're once you get the hang of it, you'll see I think they're way easier to use than Color Street, much more long lasting and everything. It's just learning the technique. So now I'm going to kind of stretch it to the edge of my nail here and just kind of round it around my nail like this because my nails are kind of long. And then I just want to make sure that it's also pressed really well to the tips of my nail like that. And this color, by the way, is so pretty. This one is called Garnet Glow. So pretty. Oops, oh man, don't stick that side to it. I forgot about that. You want this, if you have the plastic sleeve off, you want this side sticking, not the paper side. Hopefully that stuff will come off. Okay. You guys won't have to worry about this though, because you probably won't have an LED light shining over you, trying to brighten everything up. All right. And then I'm going to go with, I sometimes use this one. I sometimes use this one. And I sometimes use one for this nail off of here. So I feel like several fit my middle nails. So let's go with, I'm going to go with this one. Okay. And then I'll just do a couple nails for you guys and then show you like our bundle options. Okay, so kind of tap it in the center, pull it to the side, flatten it out, stretch it, press it down, and see this little wrinkle? Just pull like that, and that will flatten out like any kind of like wrinkles that you have might be forming. And then use your little cuticle stick. But here's an important thing. A mistake I made in the beginning was I didn't get it tugged at the tips enough. And so what was happening when I first tried the LEDs in the beginning was they were lifting up off at the tip of my nail. So you do want to kind of stretch it like over the edge and over the tip of your nail and really make sure you press it down to that nail. So I'm kind of stretching and just making sure. And then I have super rounded
I don't know
nails.
if it's just me, but can you move your hand in profile a little bit more? Thanks.
Like this?
Yeah.
Sorry. Thank you. Sometimes I start looking at my nails and I forget to look at what you guys are seeing. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just do those 2 nails so you guys don't have to be on here forever. Now I'm going to grab my light. You can get the light also in one of the bundles. And before I cure though, I'm just double checking to make sure I don't have any wrinkles or anything like that, because once it cures, you're stuck. Okay. All right. So turn the light on. It automatically will turn off all on its own. So also just so you know, this is an LED light, not UV. UV lights have been shown to cause cancer. So LED is a safer option. One important thing about the LED light, you do want to make sure it's plugged into the wall. You don't want it plugged into, like, say, your computer or like your couch. If your couch has like a USB or whatever, it does need to be plugged into the wall so it draws enough power. And it takes about 30 seconds or so. So it's going to turn off any second here automatically. Boom. And then I grab my scissors, and what I'm going to do is cut off the excess. It's still a little bit flexible, so don't worry about that. You don't need to do it again. And then I'm just going to trim around the corners and the edge of my nails. So I like to flip my nails upside down so I can see where my nails are at. Because again, another mistake I made in the beginning, I wasn't looking from the back, and then I cut it too short, and then I ended up cutting it too short so you can see my nail. It was bad. Okay, I'm going to flip the camera so I can show you how I file. So let me just show you the filing. So we have, you can use the file it comes with. I do love our files that you can get on the website for $2 each. We have a gritty one and a smooth one. So I'm going to start with the gritty one first. And again, I like to kind of look from behind. And when I'm filing, I'm not sawing back and forth because I don't want to lift it up off of my nail. But I also want to kind of work more from the back side too, because I don't want to be filing. It has a top coat. And so I don't want to like file off that really pretty clear top coat either. If you do, it'll kind of make it look a little dull. So I kind of work from the underneath side and I just get off any remaining excess. So the closer you can kind of trim it, the better. But I do like to leave just a little tiny bit to file off so I don't accidentally cut too much off. Just like that. And then you can see I got it all the way totally flush with my nail. So I'll do the other one here. Just do the same thing. I look from the back side and I'm kind of filing like away from the nail, not like on top of the nail, right? Just like that. So also just make sure that your nails are like filed to the shape that you want before you start. Because it just makes it easier that way. So you don't have to keep filing more than you need. Okay. And with the shape of my nail, the tips I feel like are the hardest because I have that kind of almond shape that I've been filing my nails into. And then this, just make sure you get all the way like the sides. And then I like to use the smooth one, which you can use the smooth one also for if you do have any kind of flaking on your nails, if you're trying to heal your nails, recover your nails. I like to use it on the tops of my nails. You want smooth nails. You don't want to buff them rough before using Kleo. You want them pretty nice and smooth. And this just helps to like get any little remaining bits. But look at how gorgeous, you guys. And these are meant to last at least 2 weeks. And look at how thick they are too. It's really nice and thick. It's gel polish. It's real gel polish. This set is so gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I've been dying to wear this set. Okay. Now before I do the giveaway, I wanted to show you guys. We do have these little bundle pouches. They're called intro sets. So these are great for first timers. They're a savings of over 20 bucks. And we have either a press-on option or an LED option. And for each of those, we also have 2 more options, either a neutral option or a bold. So you can kind of pick whatever your style is. So the LED one comes with, these are the scissors, the light, and the easy remover, plus 2 sets for 50 bucks. So this is awesome for the newbies, especially because you get everything for such a good deal. For the press-ons options, you get 4 nail sets plus the remover, also 50 bucks, also saves you over 20 bucks. And then we have a nail care bundle option too that I just don't have near me to show you guys. Also, something to know, when you shop online, you earn rewards and you have a referral link. So you can share your referral link with friends and you get product credit. You build up free rewards, just like Ulta, has awesome free rewards. And if you spend $100 on the website, you get free shipping. Pretty awesome stuff, you guys. Okay, friends, what questions do you have for me before I do the giveaway? I can't wait to give somebody a free set of nails. And I do events like this too. If you guys wanted to invite your friends, you can invite your friends, earn your rewards with your loyalty program, plus you get freebies from me. Okay, I'm going to put everybody's name in here who's on. All right. Okay. Two people on our brand partners, so I'm not including them on here. So you guys have a 25% chance to win. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna flip this around. Spin that spinner. Let's see who's gonna get a free set. I'm so excited too because all you guys are newbies, so this will be a great chance to try it out. All right, Tara. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, girl. You're my winner.
Yay.
Let me know if you want to try an LED set or a press-on. And I'll send you a mystery style, one or the other. But just keep in mind, if you go with LED, you do need the light. Press-ons don't need the light. So just something to keep in mind.
Okay, yeah, I do gel polish, and so I have a light.
Good. Is it LED?
No.
Okay, good. Perfect. Awesome. These aren't guaranteed without our light. So just so you know, if you have problems, maybe it could be the light. So I just have to put that disclaimer out there because I don't want you to be disappointed or anything. But it should work. It should be fine as long as it's LED.
Changes.
Okay.
All right. By the way, if anybody on the call shops tonight and buys any 4 things, you're going to get a free set from me too. So let me know if you need my website. I'll shoot that over to you guys. I'm busy working on earning a trip to Aruba, so everything helps.
Turbo is not, if you know.
All right. Thanks for hanging out, ladies.
Yep.
Thanks
See
for your
ya.
time and showing us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome. Have a good night.